Okay. So we're back with more AutoWeeb streaming. Let's get the chat up here. It's my first time doing the YouTube stream. All right, so we are creating an isekai anime with AutoWeeb, which is AI animation software for creating anime. Now let me pull up what we did last time. So here's the video we worked on last time. We don't have any audio yet, but just to recap. So we have a isekai world. Our main character is scared of something. He's being chased by bandits. Got bandits of different kinds. He looks down at his hand, and he has a fistful of gold. So what happened is we have a character who's respawned in another world, and the ability he chose was to be able to dig gold out of the ground anywhere. Now, this is our intro scene, right? We're going to cut to a title, but after that, we're going to show how he, got isekai'd, but we're also going to show the scene where he meets the goddess who has him choose his ability. So I go into our library. We have a bunch of experiments that we were running from last time. And if I look at our images, yeah, so we want him to sort of be opening his eyes to see her. And we want it to fade in and fade out as if he's just regaining consciousness. So why don't I like this one, we'll save this. And I'm going to modify this image so that let's try blurring the image. I want it to be like he's, opening his eyes from being passed out. While that's running, I'm going to open up our shot list. Oh, this is nice. I wonder if the video model will pick this up. So once we have this, we can use it in a new video. We have the newest ByteDance video model. And I'm going to keep it at 480p because we're just going to do some experiments. So let's say opening his eyes, opening, maybe POV, opening eyes, she is smiling. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, that's a bug we're going to work out later. So, what do we want to create this time? He wakes up, meets the goddess. Maybe she'll work her magic, and show him 3 options to choose from. So let's get more specific. Okay, so it can unblur, which is nice. Why don't we say maybe aperture opens, as if this is the dark part of a lens. Try that. So he's going to open his eyes, see her. MC is on the floor in a daze. Okay. We'll do another scene where we do a close-up of MC's face, surprised. Maybe, okay, so clearly the video model does not understand, right, that this is an eye that needs to be opened. Let's put a more detailed prompt. Dark part of image closes as if an eye, as if the camera is an eye that is closing and opening. So we'll do a close-up of the MC's face. And before we get straight into video, I mean, I just want to figure out how to get this particular effect, but we'll do these shots before we really get into it. So close-up of his face, surprised. Oh, let's see. I'm kind of stumped on this one. Dark part disappears. Okay, let's just get into it then. So I'm going to create a new image, and in AutoWeeb you can select a character. We've made these characters previously. So I'm going to choose our main character. And where do I want to put him? Well, he is awakening in this scene. So I'll choose a scene snapshot. So he's going to be in this sort of afterlife scene. So I'm going to choose this. So now we can change our perspective, 360-degree image here. And I want to have him just be like on the floor. On the floor here. And I think I'll zoom out first. Yeah, something like this. So I'll take that snapshot and we'll have a close-up. So I'll change the camera angle here and have a close-up shot. And we'll say MC is on the floor, is laying on the floor in a daze with a headache. Let's try that and see what we get. And with this video, Interesting. The dark area is not going away. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Still has a very white background here, but I think that fits the scene. I like this one. I might use this one as a B-roll, or as like some other shot. But let's try again, see what we get. See how, since it takes time to generate, it's good to jump back and forth between different images as you go. And I'm gonna change the reference image. I have one here where it's really like the eye is closed. Somewhere here. Maybe I need to make one. Okay, let's go to creating an image. And I'll pick a reference, select from the library. And we'll take this one and we'll increase the dark area in the shape of, and increase the dark area as if the camera is an eye that is half open. Let's try that. Okay. He's definitely unconscious here. I might flip this image to have him sort of facing the other way for consistency, but I do like this one. I could change it. I'll just change it here. And I'm just going to say flip the image horizontally. Right. Flip the image horizontally. Let's just do that first. The image is about the same. Make the dark area larger. Well, it more or less flipped it around. Let's take that one and then edit it to say he has a headache, put his hand on his head. These still look about the same. What do we actually have to work with here? Maybe I'll just say zoom in. So one thing that's nice is, obviously I had a decent prompt here for this already, right? So I can just click the AI edit button and say load prompt. And I just want to change this part to say zoom in. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll try it. Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm wondering if there's a way that I can use both of these if I tie these images together. I definitely want to open on something like this. Maybe I'll have it where this is the image where he sits up. Yeah, I like that. Let's say holding his head and blinking awake and try that. Maybe. I think the blurry effect is not turning out how I had hoped. But we'll go with it. We'll do it in full resolution here. Is this eye color correct? One thing about creating videos is you see how in the source image his eyes are closed. This is a very common error where the video model doesn't know what color his eyes are. I need to tell it. So if I look at our character reference sheet, I think we got lucky. This is his correct eye color, more or less. So I'm okay. I think I'm okay with that. It's kind of brown at the top. If I go to the library and look at the actual video, I think it's okay. This is definitely usable. And what did we get here? Yeah. I mean, we could use any one of these. They all are about the same. I like this one. Great. So his head hurts, right? And then, which one should we start with? Maybe we start with her talking to him. And I think, yeah, then we'll go to this one where he's sitting up. So let's use a new video. Let's say he sits up quickly, surprised. Now, what's going to happen is he sits up. It's going to zoom out and not have context about what the rest of our scene looks like. So I think what I should do is say he is surprised and quickly sits up, and I can sort of cut out the end if it gets off track. Okay. So we're going to have him surprised. And then we're just going to show some shots of the goddess introducing herself. So we need some good images of her. Let's see what we have in our library already. Yeah, I think I want to... something similar to this, but this looks too, you know, dating sim or something like that. But why don't we try a video just to see how it goes? What would we actually say here? We'd say something like, what's she gonna do? She's going to introduce herself, right? And she's going to like cutely dance around or something like that. She's talking, cutely dancing. around. See how it filled in the background here? Where would I actually stop it? Maybe I'd have to stop it here. If I stop it here, this part might still look odd, so I'm going to try one more. Just, he is surprised and quickly sits up in a marble. We'll just say it's a marble room, in a white marble room. Yeah, I think she'll do more hand gestures. Let's see if we can create a better initial image of her. So I'm going to start a new image. And we're going to choose our character. It's going to be the goddess. And let's put her in that room from that angle. So remember, we have our scene. And this is just like dropping a camera into this image. You know, you choose your angle. So he is sitting, he's waking up here. So she's going to be, you know, here. She should be in front of the throne. Maybe off to the side. Zoomed in a bit. Something like, yeah, something like that. We'll say she is standing in an elegant pose. Let's see what we get. Coming back to this clip, he's surprised. Yeah, I mean, that's even better. We don't need to see the room and like zoom out. It's good enough for him to just wake up. That's definitely usable. We'll trim the first couple seconds. Oh, that didn't put her in the room. Let's try again. Yeah, this is a bug. Use the reference image as background. Reference. Okay, let's try Nano Banana Pro, see what we got. So when he sits up, what are we going to show after that? He's surprised. Yeah. I'll do another one. But after he sits up, he should be sitting in the room. So why don't we create a new image where the MC is, I'll choose that scene snapshot. And he's sitting on the floor. Yeah, it's not quite. Maybe I do want a close-up. Use the reference and the guy's background. Yeah, the angle is a bit off. It's kind of odd. This is nice. We can use this. So this is good to establish her. I want to establish him better. Let me see, he's sitting on the floor. Yeah, how would I describe this? He's sitting on the floor. His arms are on his legs, maybe. Looking to the right. Try that. So he sits up. Maybe we'll have him look left to right because he's surprised. And then we'll show her. And let's do a close-up of her as well. Right, she's introducing herself, and then we have a close-up of her face. What kind of expression would she have? She just introduced herself. Maybe she's feeling, give her a mischievous expression. I think this is suitable. The art style's a little different, right, from the background, but I don't hate it. So I'll favorite this one. I know I'm jumping around a lot here. This one we don't need. These ones we don't need. Right. She looks at him, he's surprised and gets up. He'll be here, surprised. She introduces herself. Yeah, that's a nice close-up. She'll be like, "Welcome to the afterlife," or something like that. We should do some kind of chibi version of him. Maybe we can modify this one. So I'm going to use this in a new image. And why don't we... say angle him slightly to the right, because I don't like that he's facing the camera so directly. And say draw him in a chibi style. And what's he feeling? Try a dazed expression. We might change it to like a lovey-dovey expression. And we might also change this to a close-up shot. So he's surprised here. What else is he feeling? Make a new video. And we'll say that he's we could just keep it simple. Let's just say he's amazed. Amazed and in awe. This is very chibi. Keep the same background. And I think I do want that close-up shot. And here we'll just make her talk. Yeah, he's dazed. And is slowly talking. So he'll say something like about how he can't believe he's dead. That's nice. That first part, I really like starting here to there. That's great. I love that. Yeah. Perfect. I'm going to download the other ones now. Oh, I need to do this one as well. Here she can be elegantly spinning and dancing while talking. Didn't really get the say zoom in, eyes spinning. I'll say eyes swirling. That's a bit too much spinning. And making hand gestures while talking. That's okay. It's a little blurry, but I'm sure I can find a bit that's okay. I'm okay with that. If I decide I don't like it later, we can always replace that. Yeah, I think the end of this is workable right from here. I want to do one more of her because this is her character introduction. I'll definitely use the second half of that, but I need one more of her. Let's take a look at this original image. Right, if I come into images and let's look at the prompt for this one. Maybe I can get away with using something that I already have. I want to try wind blows, let's say a magical wind blows and she floats in the air. With goddess effects. Which one of these do I want? I like that one. Let's see, a magical wind blows bright magical white light behind her. While that's coming together, let's come back to the original. I'm just going to create a new one for this purpose. But let's see what this looks like in CapCut. No, it's okay. I'll do it in this project. Let's upload these first. Not the wings. The wings. That's not what I wanted. Okay, one more, last one. Otherwise I'll figure it out. So, he's waking up. Didn't we have one where his hand's on his head? Yeah, there we go. That's just wind. That's just wind blowing. There's no magic. I'll just take this one and cut it. Maybe I need to change the starting image. That's what I should have done. Let's use this as a reference image, right? We'll select this one we had initially. Put some bright magical effects behind her. Yeah. Okay, coming back here. Right, his head hurts. Okay, we're not doing this in CapCut anymore. I'm gonna use, what's it called? I'm gonna use this KDE one. Okay, this is what we're doing instead. Yeah. Say she talks and gestures with her hands as a magical wind blows. Okay, that's the last one. Okay, drop her in there, drop him in there. I might do some establishing shots of the room as well. Yeah, this is great. That's more what I had in mind. I haven't even decided on the dialogue yet. I'm going to do it later. Okay, this is good. This is what I should be doing. I'm going to reorder these. So I like these two, but it's kind of a jarring cut because it's a similar background. See that? Transition's not very good. To address that, I'm going to put a couple establishing shots in here. And that's how I'm going to bring it home. So, and that's nice because it doesn't cost credits, and I'll show you how. So if we come back here, I'm going to make a new image. And I want to take another scene snapshot. Going to close up of the throne viewed from below. Viewed from below, looking up at the glass domed ceiling. And this is your, you know, white marble room. Use the reference image as a guide. Make a close up of the throne. Yeah. Well, I might have to change this from close up, but I think it's going to understand what I'm saying. And I want to do another one. What else in this room can we do? An image scene snapshot. What else can we do? Maybe do a bird's eye view of the water. Use the reference image as a guide. Create a bird's eye view of the bridge and water in a white marble room swirling with magical light. And maybe do a close up. Maybe mid shot's fine. Might need to specify to not add people. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. I'm actually going to put them both in the same prompt and say maybe this is fine. I think the only thing I would change is give more soft ambient white light. Try that. I think that's better. Here's before, right? Kind of harsh contrast. Here's after. Yeah. Let's just try panning up. We'll do a slow pan. So this is a great feature for creating videos out of images without having to do any animation, without having to spend credits. You just pan across the image. Yeah. Maybe I'd speed that up. Maybe I should make the sky more magical. You know? Make the sky swirl with magical white light. This is good. Yeah, I just nailed it. This is great. The layout is the same. It's perfect. Right? Because this is basically upscaled from this. This is great. And I'm going to create a panning video from, I think, left to right. I love this. Panning video, super fast, just using your plain old image, but you make a nice video out of it. Yep, that's great. And this is great too. I will also make a panning video where we just look up. See? And just like that, I made 10 seconds of anime from 2 images. Since it doesn't cost credits, I can even just try, what if I look down? Right? Focus on the throne as we come down. And that kind of emphasizes that she's the goddess in this realm. Yeah, much better. So let's add those. Just a second. Okay. I'm going to use this one first, and then this one, and then bring it together. So this is going to have a lot of extra video in it, but we can trim it. Zoom in a bit. Right, so she wakes you up, and he's opening his eyes. Sitting up. Yeah, she's welcoming him to this, magical afterlife. Right here she's proving that she's a goddess, and then yes, okay. And he's surprised that he's dead. Okay, great. Let's start trimming. I think I might keep this whole 5 seconds. Maybe not this last bit. So this I'm going to trim down. We'll keep this short and sweet. And something like this. Maybe even shorter. Maybe I cut it all the way down to here. Because here he hasn't become surprised yet, right? At this point. So I think I need to keep some more of this in. Use just the little details. I think I get rid of that blink. Get his shoulder movement. And trim that. There. So this should look natural. That's all right. I could trim it a bit more. Okay, what's the best part of this? I think I cut out this first movement. Because you kind of change his direction, right? Maybe cut to here. Yeah, that's nice. Show off the palace. And this will be adjusted just based on how long she's talking. I'm not even doing the dialogue yet, just figuring out the pacing. There's only one part I really want to cut here, and that's when his eyeball goes weird. You see how that gets weird? I'm going to trim that. Okay, so we've already got like 35 seconds here. Let's watch it beginning to end. Okay, there's a lot that I like about this. One thing I want to fine tune is this part here. I think I want to start with his eyes barely open, just to show that he was already opening them here. Yeah, I don't want him to constantly be opening his eyes, right? So I might just cut that. And I can shorten this, tighten it up. Yeah, there's something about the rate at which he's sitting up, which is kind of weird. I think his rate of sitting up is too high here. So maybe trimming to here would help. What if I trim this one aggressively? You know, like get rid of this up to maybe here. I kind of like that better. Maybe even stretch this one out. And maybe that lets me stretch this one out. Yeah, I think that's better. And this is just a first cut, but I tend to get stuck in the weeds. Yeah, I can imagine more or less what the dialogue is going to be like here. She's going to have him choose from abilities for the next life, and he's going to choose to be lucky, and he's going to be able to dig up gold anywhere he goes. Great. So I'm going to stop here for now. I might throw in some audio behind the scenes or do it on the next stream. So thanks for joining. Audio behind the scenes or do it on the next stream. So thanks for joining. Audio behind the scenes or do it on the next stream. So thanks for joining.